am going live. Oh, sorry. I'm a little excited tonight. Yeah, supporting, well, always supporting all of the superheroes that protect us and make sure that the Houthis are not bombing or are not attacking the shipping vessels and stuff that ship the products and goods that we have to pay to get over here. I done a little research on them people. I got to take my hat off. Sorry. I'm supposed to. I'm not supposed to wear my hat in the house, but I got to wear it when the thing comes on so I can support my people. And, well, over here, well, at this undisclosed location on, I don't know, it's some kind of a base, something, I don't know. They told me this, not, you can't walk around, like neighbors, yeah, dude, I'm packing. Okay, this is my Smith & Wesson 4506, one of my favorite, well, it used to be a favorite weapon that we used every year when we had fireworks stand back when my kids were growing up. And, it has full clip and then another extra clip. And I'm like holding this now, like, damn, this is really heavy. I don't think I'm going to need 49 shots. So I checked down to something that's a little smaller. But this is, the Demon 4506 is stainless steel. It's pretty sweet. And that's been around for a long time. A couple of the superheroes in my family already got that pegged out. So welcome to the show tonight. And as always, we're, always supporting our superheroes. My girlfriend and I have these three that all are employed with the government in one form or another. And one of them was in law enforcement for, 10 years or 17 years or whatever. And I had a person tell me, what? Your kid's in law enforcement? Are you kidding me right now? I was like, dude, are you kidding me right now? Okay, so not every law enforcement officer has their head in the wrong place. Okay, not everybody. Okay, not every. Okay, I have a harder time saying this shit about attorneys. Let's just stick to. And besides, when you raise superheroes, okay, my father-in-law Walter taught me early. When you raise superheroes, and he taught me this from listening to one of my kids in the 5th grade kind of kick my ass in a situation, okay? But God was helping me or something, or whatever. And what he taught me was, when you raise superheroes, you got to know when to get the hell out of their way. That's what he taught me. Oh yeah, and then you have to support them, and make sure that, okay, so, most people don't realize that the price of stuff that's so high right now is not because of the new change in leadership or whatever. I guess because that these people over here are being able to attack over 100 ships shipping our stuff over here, which now, okay, you want to ride on that ship that's getting attacked by these crazy people? And our prior president didn't do nothing. I'm just throwing it on the table. From what I studied, he did bomb something over there, but it was empty facility. And so now, the superheroes that we have are over here doing what should have been getting done a long time ago. So, and I'm going to get off the superhero stuff and go to the other superhero. My life is filled with superheroes. It is. It's filled with superheroes. The people that can't make it complained and call me names and say I'm mean and rude and I hate people or whatever. I'm just a coach, okay? And I'm kind of a mini. Okay, I'm kind of big, but okay. In the eyes of being a superhero, I'm on the mini side because I don't like getting shot at or bombed or or people want to kill me. All right, well, where I hang out at, y'all see my cabinet over there, and the real shit, that shit over there is for hunting. The real shit is, is in the basement. Well, I just call it the basement because they told me that there's a lot of words that I can't use when I'm hanging out here. Okay, so welcome to the show tonight. The first thing we want to talk about. Let's just go ahead and welcome some of the people that are here. It's really great that you guys are showed up. Heather, welcome to the show, and I'm glad that you're here. No, I was actually going to wear a black shirt with a tie, but I and we started talking about some shit in here. I started. Oh, I started getting a little hot, so I decided just to kind of dress down tonight. So, they told me to make sure I'm always carrying my weapon. I don't go nowhere without nobody in my family goes any place without a weapon. If your last name is Neighbors and you haven't been convicted of any shit or taken any deal, okay, when you throw that shit out there that you ain't been convicted, you got to throw that. I ain't take this stinking deal either, because if you in that situation, they offered your ass a deal. Well, the deal they offered me was to let me keep our brand new house that we bought together after saving money for 15 years. They were going to let me keep the 2,800 square foot house and all of the stuff that they paraded at my girlfriend's fake ass. Yeah. Well, most of the stuff they stole out of her business and they couldn't prove it was stolen. Some of the other stuff they paid snitches to bring in and try to say was stolen. And then they couldn't get those people to get that to work out because my ass was up in their face. So they just added stuff after they got me locked up. And it was. So they have their own agenda, and so what we've learned here is how to shut down the court process. This is Amanda. Amanda and Anthony's mom and family are the ones that hired me to get him out, and we worked out a deal that's working out, that's going to work out great for everybody. And since I'm working for Amanda, they can't make Anthony sign a non-disclosure statement, or her. Not that she would. Because when her man get home, you know what I'm saying? So Amanda, a whole year it took them to get a document, to get anything filed in the case, because they moved Anthony around all of their time, like they did me when they did the mental shit. When I told them pretty much to kiss my ass, I wasn't ready to go home because I like the food here. Ves me culo, yo me quiero a mi casa ahorita porque me gusta la comida aquí. Yeah, anyway, they punched me real good for that. But it's all right, because you learn. She's been trying for over a year to get something filed to defend Anthony in the case. But since it's over in another state, and then the dude over there, Todd, I think, if I remember from reading the notes, the clerk was giving her a hard time, and they wouldn't take, And so we set it up in this program where I sent her. Well, she had the original copies that were signed, and then I sent copies to Anthony. But y'all know how I roll, so I sent file stamp copies over to over to all of the judges. Well, a bunch of judges. In several different in several different counties that are connected to each other, and so when they got those copies, for some reason they filed, they put them on the record. I emailed them. It was signed Pro Se Legal School, and to put them on the record. So we're going to go in today with some more stuff. Thank you, girlfriend. Yeah, well, when you never forget where you're from. Okay, you don't forget where you're from, unless you're a moron. Okay, sorry. There are some morons. Okay. But I was raised by my dad and my grandma, and you never forget where you're from. And so with that said, okay, so right now, I was going to show in the next video that I make probably tomorrow or tomorrow evening, I'm going to show you guys the document that we put together to now, I've showed you guys the front of it a little bit along the way here. Okay, we're demanding for pre-settlement conference release pending the $200 million RICO counterclaim filed on the federal docket, but it's not showing. It's not showing. But, it's filed, and the other document that we sent in was filed. So now we're going in, and I'm just gonna when I do the video on this, because I don't want to take your time trying to switch around and do all that shit. I'm not that good at it. When I do the video on this, I'm going to show the entire document. Well, I'm going to show the document that for the settlement release, and then the exhibit is the document. It's a $200 million counterclaim that we filed in their shit after we added their assets as plaintiffs to their own stuff. Okay? The real-time feedback the real-time feedback, but this stuff in federal court is what we learned, my girlfriend and I, firsthand. And she took the worst of it because she got stuck in there. She trusted her attorney. And that's why I do what I do. One of the reasons. The other reason is to help kids. That's a long story around. We'll save that for another video. Okay, so the thing going on here is that for Anthony, we're going in demanding that he be, when they posted that shit that I emailed to them just to harass them to give him some more time, they posted that shit on the federal court docket. I man, I'm like, dude, send me a screenshot. I knew she wasn't like full of crap, but I was like, yeah. And so, what's that mean? Well, I don't know. What I do know is that if we roll with limitations or kept our head in their conventional bullshit, I would never have, I don't know. Now, I sent the shit in to them and to a bunch of different judges, all their clerks. I sent it to the sanitation department. I sent it to the legal department. I sent it to the prosecutor's office. I sent it to the federal prosecutor's office. I spent like a whole bunch of time getting all these emails together. Okay, but before we did all that, we already made a couple of videos. And when I Googled Don Dietz, D-E-I-T-Z, I think is the spelling of every name. I got like this weird brain. Okay. I can remember when I Googled her to get the address of where she works, at the top of the page was my video that I put together for Anthony when I first started on this project. And of course, no one could understand, wait a minute, why ain't you doing this? Why ain't you? No, we're going to do a video first, Okay, so the video beatdown pulls up right underneath their website and all of their stuff and in between their stuff. And my YouTube channel is SEO'd, and so is my website. And so if they don't SEO their shit, my stuff's going to pull up higher than theirs. And I'm going to have a instructional, we have instructional video playlists. We're going to have a playlist that people can make the video of the stuff, especially after they use my stuff and see some kind of whatever, and send in to showcase. Or even after you file it, okay, you can make a video of it. We'll have it on this playlist, and we'll see how long it takes, stuff, because you don't have to make a whole YouTube channel. Okay, so we're demanding that he be released, and it's real short. I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit in here because I like to crush their ass. Okay, but in the end, it's because he was violated at the gate. He was violated at the gate, and they didn't have probable cause to arrest him. The security service arrested him, and they didn't see him being a threat to anybody or whatever. So, yeah. And so when that happens to you, why the hell should you be sit over here worrying about if you qualify for a bail, for a bond, if you qualify to get out? If you have a $200 million lawsuit counterclaim, excuse me, because the lawsuit hasn't been filed yet. And we haven't decided since the federal if we're going to file the lawsuit in state or we're going to file the lawsuit in federal and then wait till the federal judge tries to dismiss it or interferes, the magistrate judge who doesn't have whatever. And then we'll be able to go after them because they're not going to use the fact of findings or conclusions so on. Okay, but right now they're dealing with that. And we already showed, they mentioned the demand for a settlement conference in their filing, because we didn't put that for where it says trial. They asked, no, that's not what we put over there. So I don't think they would do that if there wasn't really one. Okay, so I don't think they really want to go about and have, I don't know, maybe maybe they do. Oh, maybe they do. And I don't give a shit because, if they're following my stuff, I just email them tonight. Email them that tonight. And then for Anthony, oh yeah, that's what to tell you. Now, I made a video on this, and on why I think they accepted my stuff, and I mean put it right on the federal court record. It wasn't even signed copies. I didn't sign it. I put from Pro Se Legal School. That's, and I think it was because, and I'm going to throw this out on the table for y'all people, y'all coaches who think outside the box too. I think it was because we attacked their ass. It appeared we attacked in an administrative situation, in an administrative way, and not the judicial. I didn't have an attorney sign it. I didn't even have anybody sign it. The only person, the company signed their Pro Se Legal School. I think that was the difference. I don't know. Okay, but that's some interesting shit. Okay, because we cut to the chase. We didn't have to mail out, serve everybody, do all of that bullshit. Okay, so now we got pro se legal school at the bottom of that tiny ass number down there at the bottom of all of the, well, some of the premium packages is the only ones that had time to change yet. So, because we're starting to get a reputation up in here. And, you know, it's really cool because I'm at an undisclosed location. So not very many people know where the hell I'm at. And I got a lot of protection around me. And my girlfriend, we got her set up with a security camera and all the shit she needs. And okay, her dad was in the military too. Okay. And so, you know, both of our parents were in the military, and you can't be in a military family and not know how to shoot people up in, well, you know, if they come in your house, okay, or if you have to. Otherwise, okay, sorry, I'm not trying to make it. But you know, in this program, you have to be willing to do whatever it takes, because these people are going to be mad as hell. Yeah, I have some pictures of my grandkids right here. Yeah, he does. You know, and right now, girlfriend, we got them hemmed up with the counter. They can't respond to the counterclaim. They can't respond to anything that they can't respond to the counterclaim because it addresses the fact that criminal statutes are not valid laws. Statutes and codes are not valid laws. Don't have enacting clauses, titles, or bodies. It addresses the fact that they're moving your ass over into the administrative court, operating off of the local rules. That's why we had the Supreme Court. We had a Supreme Court at the gate. If you're doing foreclosure situation, then you want to add the Register of Deeds Association at the gate. Because that's where they start registering your property, so that when they get around taking it from you, you know, first they register your deed in their office is what they say. But what that means is they're registering in the Register of Deeds Association, so that it goes all over the world. Anybody can, And there's no law that says, you know, yep. So Anthony's going to have one hell of a lawsuit. Well, he has already. Well, right now it's a counterclaim, and he's in federal custody. But they don't even show it. They don't even show it on the federal docket. They don't. And so we're going to send the damn thing to him again as an exhibit. If you'll notice that, page 1 of 14, when you add stuff together as an exhibit, you want to make sure you do your numbering like that. The exhibit A is page 1 of 14. The original document is page 1 of 5. And then each page is 2 of 5, 3 of 5, 4 of 5. Yeah, come on now. Okay, that way they can't subtract anything out of your shit without, do you check that? Oh, hell yeah. Number one, when you file a $200 million claim, I'm going to tell you right now, they don't have that much money. There ain't no money. They're screwing you, whatever. Okay, when you file the $200 million claim, you need to make sure that you get a certified copy of it. A certified copy of it. Because you're going to need to use that copy to file a lien against something. And I kind of mentioned this with Amanda a long time ago. Okay, we're going to have to file a lien against something. And, I've been communicating with Amanda and her mom, and they've been talking about how shitty that Richland County jail in North Dakota, I think, is whatever. Okay, how shitty the food is, the spoil, making them. I don't know. You can file a lien on that place. Okay? And then someplace with money, like, the Association of Deeds offers to have all the deeds for everybody registered. That would be number one, but you can do this other place too. Okay, so here's the thing. If they try to stall and you have your lien, your Les Pendus lien, okay, with your certified copy of your filing, okay, then you can foreclose on their ass. Okay, so if you do the Register of Deeds Association or the Register of Deeds office that has all of you want to make sure you include the assets. Okay, now while I'm talking about kicking these people's ass over here, we'll get back to Anthony in a second. You also need to look. There's a land bank there's a land bank. That's where the Association of Deeds puts your stuff and sells it to China and all these other people. They sell from the land bank. So if you got a land bank, you want to add their ass too. Okay, so let's get back. I'm getting a little fired. Okay, so that's going to be sent in to Anthony. I'd like to send him his own copy with his name on it, and then a clean copy so that he can sign it and send it in to court. Even though I accepted mine or the legal team, excuse me, bring it. Even though I accepted it, he still needs to have peace of mind to stick his shit in their face for what he's been through. Now, in Anthony's case too, I'm also sending him some educational material. And this is one of my PDFs that I saved over the years. And this is like 7 or 8 pages. And sometimes when I have a video how to shut down a court, how to shut the judge down or whatever, most of the stuff I get from this PDF file. I'm going to send this to him too, so he can. It's actually 11 pages long. So he'll be able to start educating himself. And, yeah, I'm feeling a little cocky, all right? So we're going to send him his application for his passport. We're going to send him an application for the passport. And, I don't think they're going to let it go in, but I didn't know. It's from the government, so they shouldn't. Who knows? We wouldn't be right here now with me hiding out at an undisclosed location, sending him stuff that they're filing on the case that they're not going to be able to argue to. And if they want to argue it, they just need to let me know. And we're also going to send him. Now, this I got from Copper Moonshine. It's part of a package that, part of the information that Cowboy Ken sent to me. And this outlines everything that you need to know to fill out your passport to get diplomatic immunity, to remove yourself from their jurisdiction. And then, damn it, I didn't think about having, and then if you do that, they give you a little card now the size of a driver's license. And I have one. It has 5 stars. You can go to and search the traffic shit on my. I got 3 or 4 or 5 videos where I got pulled over by the cops who said that I was doing some shit. And then one time they told me, we're not going to give you a ticket, Mr. Neighbor. I think they Googled my name because they couldn't find me, and they came back and asked me for some more shit, and I started talking trash. And they, they told me they're not going to give you a ticket. I said, that's great, because I already told y'all your boss not going to be happy. And then they asked me if I knew there's a warrant out for my arrest in Lawrence, Kansas. Yeah, I'm suing them for that too. I know, but They don't put that shit on there for you guys to see out here. But, you know, if y'all want to arrest me, it ain't the first time. Just let me know. And y'all got to give me a minute to get out because I'm in a little tiny ass van. Okay, but this makes it so they can't find you in the jurisdiction. And this is included in, I think it's included in all of my packages. It's included in the premium package, I'm sure. I think it's included in all the packages. So we're sending them that too. And then obviously we're going to send him documents that he needs to sign and file. Now, the other thing we want to talk about too before we shut down tonight, and I didn't really get into this, and then we'll kind of go over everything. The other thing I wanted to talk about was like the appeal process, the shitty ass appeal process, and the appeal process is okay. And we went through this with my girlfriend when she was locked up. Yeah, the appeal process is, you know, you pay these other people to do this stuff because they say that if you don't have a bar card, if you don't have a bar card, then you can't do anything. You can't do anything if you don't have a bar card. And well. And then they're moving you right into their you got that right here, right into their administrative court. It's nice to see that people are doing their homework. It's interesting because people will call me and they'll start, you know, like, no, I don't have time. Oh, yep. Everything about our courts is driven by the finance, and it's sad that most of our past presidents and high-ranking officials that run the government all have stock in CCA and in these prisons and shit. Check it out. Check it out if you don't think that I know what I'm talking about. Yep. And so, Frederick, that's why. Okay, so this is why the program is structured to jam up the first. Well, okay, if you're in state court, you just want to crush that shit and move on. If you file my stuff in state court, you crush it automatically because we use federal case law and federal acts which bring criminal liability to the table for their asses. The Tucker's Act, the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946. Okay, you can file higher case law and law, but you can't answer to federal case law or federal acts with statutes and codes because statutes and codes are non-valid laws. They're public policies. And you can't. So they're like crushed at the gate. This is, I know, y'all thinking I'm smart. Well, I'm not dumb, but I learn from everybody else. I'm a coach. I learn from everybody else. So I can't take the credit, okay, because we all have been taking a beating with these people punching us in the face and stealing our shit or locking up our loved ones in jail or whatever. Yeah, my girlfriend here, she says that you can put all your documents on the public record. You can go down and you can put them on the public record, and they stamp them or something. They give you some kind of little thing, and it's placed on the public record. It's like being in commerce, sort of. Okay, so. To cut it short, you know, when you do that, it makes it less. It makes it less value for them to try to manipulate it. or change it or hide it or do anything different to it than you know what they're supposed to be doing with it. So yeah, and my girlfriend had a friend that was on government vacation with her that did this, and see, all of the stuff together, collective, is what we use to make sure that we're kicking their ass. So when they do an appeal, and you hire someone like we hired this dude called Craig Coscarelli, I think, and he looked like really old, like he was not going to be around long. I don't know if he. Okay, we hired him, and he said he was a legal professional that worked for attorney or whatever, and he could do this and do that, and do all the things that we needed to have done, and then what happened was that he made this badass document, and then he sent it to me. But he sent it to this attorney. Well, he sent me a copy. And then the copy that was going to get filed. So, girlfriend, do you remember this? How much did they charge us for that crap? And what was that dude's name? Craig Coscarelli? They charged us. Okay, and so they sent me a document. And it was young. Like, we got this. Of course, I sent her a copy. And then it came back denied. And she had a different copy that they sent her. So what happened was the dude that said he run the service for the appeal, okay, he couldn't file it. He couldn't file it, so he sent it to an attorney, a federal attorney, who took out everything. It took out everything. Oh no, so like $10,000. And then when they filed it, okay, the federal attorney that had to sign off on it took out all the arguments and left her high and dry. And they knew that they were going to do that. Oh. Yeah, so, these are a part of why we're here and why we do what we do. She trusted her attorney, John Duma, and he didn't call a single witness in we done business in this town for 39 years. Everybody loved her. They didn't call a single witness. Oh, wait. They did call the snitches they paid and gave. Yeah, people ask me all the time. People ask me all the time why I'm helping Anthony. Ow. Yeah, she had the judge even comment in his order that she just, abandoned all of her arguments. And this is why we don't even do, I tell you, you're wasting your time trying to do any kind of appeal, that shit, you're wasting your time. We've learned how to just shut down the court process. And we shut that shit down by adding their own asses to their shit as plaintiffs. You can add plaintiffs to their shit just like they add defendants that they already have locked up, like Anthony, that they didn't have a warrant to lock up, and they're keeping him on for over a year, sending him out for because he's too mouthy and he ain't kissing their ass. Why I'm helping him? Because he's willing to do whatever it takes, and so is his family. Okay, so, I did foster care for 17 years. I've been around the block. I grew up in the hood. Okay, I already know that all of these people backing him up, and the fact that he ain't giving up, he ain't having it. Okay, so what if what if everybody judged me when I was going through, or my girlfriend? Let's just stick to my ass. Because I don't want to send her back there. Okay, so they said I was mentally incompetent, and I had to have a mental evaluation. They actually sent me back with a forced medication order. So what if everybody thought, well, to hell with that. We just, if they all said he's crazy, then we just need to let him, And there was people that had my back the whole way. There was times when I looked down at the sand. It wasn't a size 16. I'm just saying. So this is what we do. I do. I'm helping get out. Now, I know everybody's, I'm such a nice guy. I'm selfish as hell. I do like helping people, but I'm selfish, okay? Because I'm getting to do this, and I get to I get to put it right over here and say, I get to give my own self a review. Oh, hey. Yeah, it was the attorney, Heather. The federal attorney had to check off on that shit before it got put in the system. And it went from the dude that took my $10,000 straight over to the federal attorney. They didn't really tell you all that. And then the federal attorney, and see, look, this is the value of what we're doing right here, right now. Those assholes, they can't respond to nothing that you file on a state court level because statutes and codes are not valid laws. They can't respond to it because we use federal case law and federal acts, whatever. That ain't the real reason why they can't respond to it. You know why the real reason why they can't respond to it? Because you added their ass to the shit as a plaintiff. You can add the judge right there. That's what we did in Anthony. We add the judge as a plaintiff. We add the government as a plaintiff. We add the DA as a plaintiff. We add all of their asses as plaintiffs in a counterclaim that I emailed over to them for $200 million, and they filed it in his case. So we are learning how to jam their ass is up. Oh. Well, the value of doing things yourself. You got that right, girlfriend. The value of doing things yourself. Because right now, okay, so what I'm doing, Anthony, I'm not going to be doing for everybody. I'm just doing it so I can get this, so I can get the credit. All right, so I can get the credit. And I can give myself a review. And I will. I'll give myself a review. Because I told that young lady and her mom and the rest of those people that we're going to get him out. And, a long time ago, I told Bill we're going to learn how to stop foreclosures, some people laughed, and some people in my family told me I should get a job, and I'm a little weird. But we're getting it done with the people who follow the program, And if you invested in the premium package, you can't use those other videos. You have to use the one video that you get. Now, there are a couple other videos for the premium package, but no, I'm talking about all the other people that were telling me, oh, I'm watching all these. No, you gotta, if you do that, then you're not using the real-time feedback that you invested in the premium package. That was way more than the other package over here. So. Well, they're not. Yeah. So Heather, they're not here. They're here to serve themselves, sweetie. They're not here to serve us. They're here to take our money, and the clerk's number one job is to protect the court's money. So that's pretty much how that works. You got that right. And the only way you assert them is shut them down. Shut them down. Administrative court operates by local rules. You shut it down. That's why we go over our to stop the court process. Okay, the rest of the shit, you stop the court process. I don't care if you move to federal court. I had a lady tell me, "Oh, I'm so happy that your kid's lawsuit." I haven't even checked on it because I don't care. I'm just going to let it sit over there and see if they want to try to do something. They're supposed to serve me and send me any. I already know it's going to take them a while to figure out or whatever. So I just let it sit. But stopping the court process is what we have to do. And in federal court, they're going to try and do the same shit. Now, the premium package, okay, let me back up. The lawsuit that I put together that's going to be in the online course for jamming up the prosecutor's ass and getting people out of jail will address more than we got on the table in the package that we have right now, because we're going in addressing the RICO and a couple other things, and so that's what Anthony's addressing right now, and this gives me a chance to see how long, and I think it's been 4 weeks, maybe 3.5, 4 weeks or whatever, but. I can't count all that time because I was sick as crap for 7 days at the beginning of last month. Yeah, I got the neighborhood kids down the street been talking trash, so I went down there to show the ass that I can do some hoops in the driveway. As long as they stay far back. I think I touched that ball. Should have washed my hands. Anyway, so, yeah, but we're getting on it. So the next document that we're going to file is that we're going to send to them in email so they can file if they want to, is to the demand to dismiss that shit. We're sending in the shit. I emailed to them today what they needed to release his ass on pre-settlement conference. Pre-settlement conference. Yeah, Judge Carlos Murguia. Yeah, and he got kicked off the bench and his pension or whatever yanked because he was chasing tail to help people and give them what. Yeah, and Marietta Parker was another federal prosecutor down there, and Tara D. Moorhead, we spoke about her a few times. They all got disbarred. In federal court, they're appointed, if I remember this correctly, by the president in federal court. Thank you, Frederick. Frederick's invested in a couple of packages that he's using to stop the court process. And for the new people who get in the program, I have a badass package to crush the divorce papers. And I made that because I had family members that are going through stuff. So I don't really enjoy doing family court stuff, but I do stuff for my family. And so if you guys invest in that, then if you need to, like, on the coaching thing uh, over there at neighbors_coach, when you discuss it, then we need to make sure that we're leaving out anything about family. So Frederick is kicking the court's ass in several cases that they got against him, and he has the best that we have. Look at you go, Heather, and that's about right, because if you do this right, there's no way. If you invest in the premium package, then they have a protocol for communication. If you have a question or whatever, then you can text me, and then I'll get back to you when I can, or send you where you need to be. Because a lot of times I don't need to talk. You just need to go educate yourself. I have people that get a little grumpy with me sometimes because they're more concerned about stopping the sentencing hearing. And that's what Anthony was concerned about. But the people are concerned about stopping the auction. And obviously people are concerned about stopping the eviction process. Okay, and of all of them, the eviction process is the most important. I know, man is probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, who gives a shit about it? And the reason is because even after the sentencing, you're still going to sit there for a long ass time while you get the rest of these snitches to do whatever. Okay, but that's not here nor there. Okay, what is here is that our goal is to attack why they were able to do this shit to you. Okay, the why they're able to do what they're doing to you. Not so much the what they did. The why they're able to do what they did. Basically, they dragged you in an administrative hearing that you thought was judicial, and you're getting screwed over, right? You're getting screwed over because they have the rules, and they showed them to you, but they don't follow the damn things. I'm just saying. They don't follow the rules. And if they don't follow the rules, then you end up without any rights. And some people have fear to win. They do. Oh, is it going to be? I don't. Okay, I know there ain't none of y'all here, but there are people that are scared to win. And so I'm like, you don't have to kick them when you get them down. I like to stomp their ass out. Actually, I like to just punch them and make them give up. That's how I like to do it. Okay? But, you don't have to be that way. You could just knock them out. And you don't have to kick them when they fall down, which is one of their criteria for getting my premium package. Okay, well, you're going to have to kick their ass at least once. You know what, though? In this situation, by the time you find us and what we do here, y'all has been getting kicked in the face a whole bunch, and it don't take much for people to step up and decide they're going to start asserting their rights and doing what they need on the non-conventional side, because the conventional side of shit was structured by the same people that's doing what they're doing to you. And if you follow or if you add any of that to my stuff or any of that, or if you worry about what the judge wrote or any of that, because the judge should be getting sued. I'm just saying. The judge should be getting sued. The judge is not going to provide a fact of findings or conclusions of law for any rulings in any court unless you're in the International Court of Trade or the International Court of Claims, I think is the new name. That's the only judicial court that I think is the only judicial court that I think is left. And why do I think that? Because I did a lot of homework on this judicial and why they have jurisdiction and all that shit. And when they switched to statutes and codes and all that stupid shit, these other countries didn't want to do business with our asses because they knew in the administrative court they would get screwed over. So they called the court the International Court of Trade for a very long time. And they hid it over in New York. And I called their ass when my girlfriend was locked up. Because I was going to file some shit in there. I ain't lying. Y'all ass, no, I don't lie. I called their ass, and me and the dude was on the phone for like 26 minutes playing ping pong. He was lying his ass off. And that's when I decided to start using the Tucker's Act shit in my stuff. The Tucker's Act, the Little Tucker's Act, the Big Tucker's Act, is a federal law. It jams their ass up, okay? But what scares them most is that it's referenced to be ruled on in that other court over there. I've had people call me, oh, well, they told me I need to take that out or whatever. I'm like, dude, I ain't, you figure out what you need to do. Because I don't, you can just Google it and see. Now, on the Tucker's Act, you're going to have to go back a few pages because they're not going to line that shit right out for you. And the Administrative Procedures Act of 1946 is another federal law that was enacted in 1946. I use it sometime, but not a lot because people don't do the homework and they get themselves in a little bit. Okay, but see, here's the thing. The Administrative Procedures Act is a federal law that forces these corporations to have their policies and procedures in line with the Constitution, and they don't. Now, you can't sue them for shit in administrative court. They have that shit worked out. They'll tell you, well, we can't give you a money judgment in administrative court. Oh, wait, you just took my damn property, sent my neighbor off to jail, and you're taking his see, the rules. But, if you're not willing to do whatever it takes, then you end up, on the wrong side of that shit. So we don't spend no time on the administrative side of shit. Okay, we stop the court process by adding their asses to their own shit as plaintiffs. Okay, so here's the thing for the people that haven't figured it out yet. When you add an attorney as a plaintiff to his own shit in a counterclaim, they can't represent themselves. They can't represent themselves. They can't litigate that case anymore because they're a party to it. When we open that head up and start looking at this shit from the shitty-ass way so that's what we've done here. We just jammed the ass up with their own shit. Now, I learned how to do this when I played football for University of Kansas in 80 and 81. Yeah, we played against Nebraska, and they kicked Tom Osborne. They kicked everybody's ass back, And they'd run the same plays on your ass until you stop it. Then they run your own plays on your ass. Yeah, so that's what we do to them. We pick their shit apart and looking at it from stopping the court process perspective. Okay, not this file some shit, let the judge rule on, and no. Stop the process. It's a wrap. That's what we learned how to do. We're learning how to stop the court process. And you do that by adding the players. Now, here's the beautiful part of this. When you do this, the state court's not going to be able to move forward because they can't respond to federal court case law or federal acts. It's a wrap. And then you're supposed to get your shit filed in federal court. And you serve all these players. And then after they're all served, I don't know, a couple hours, you demand the federal judge to order their asses to the settlement table, to the settlement conference. Remember, we ain't got no trial in our shit. It says right there, settlement conference. That's what we're asking for. We ain't asking for no trial. And you demand the judge order their asses, the federal judge, to order their asses to the settlement conference. Because, see, here's the thing. If they couldn't respond, can't, if they couldn't respond, okay, I said that already, right? They have no credibility. They had no standing to respond in federal court. Oh, I know, Coach. Wait, no, just hold on. The reason, and a lot of people forget this, and I did in 2017. That was a long-ass time ago. The reason that they can't respond to state court is because they don't have a federal bar license. So when the happy ass get over to federal court, it's the same players. They still don't have a damn federal bar license. And the federal judge is saying, oh, hell no. No, dude. I'm not signing my name on none of this shit. So y'all need to figure out a way to work that out. That's what they're... Oh, wait, I know. There's some skeptical people here who think, they're going to go find the federal attorney? Oh, hell no. Hell no. You are not going to find a federal attorney that's going to challenge my shit. I'm just going to throw it on the table, talk some shit, and say that, and I'll tell you why. And my girlfriend and I went on our government vacation. They told us, you need to take the deal. You need to take the deal. They got a 98%. No, they got a 98% plea rate. It's not conviction. They lie to you, tell you it's conviction. But if you spend any time in there, you see everybody's all kissing their ass. It's a plea rate. 98% plea rate. It's not a conviction rate. So, now we're not going to take the deal when y'all got a 98%, plea rate. But see, here's the problem. These federal attorneys that are running this system where they have the 98% plea rate, conviction rate, we just call it both, whatever, okay? The federal attorneys that are running that, they're kissing the government's ass so bad, and they have to. They have to. I'm going to tell you why. If you got a federal attorney, you can ask them, if I take the deal, will you automatically get a $3,500 assistance of counsel bonus? Bam, right off the top. That's what they call it. Okay, but here's why. They have to kiss the prosecutor's ass, because in order to get that 98% rate of whatever the hell they want to call it, they have to sell your ass out and get you to take the deal. That means they're going to move that shit along. They ain't got time to do no trial. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so let me just make sure you understand. If the attorney says, you know what, I think that you're Mr. Neighbors. Sorry, I got a little carried. Mr. Neighbors, I think that you're a hell of a man, and I'm going to go to bat for you. Okay, now the federal prosecutor is going to say, you know what? You got 17 cases this month, and it's only 2 weeks left in the month. So I think I'm just not going to agree to give you a deal for the last 5 cases that you got for this month. So we're going to take those 5 cases to trial. That's maybe it's 10. It's all about the greed. So the federal players, now, I know what you're thinking. There's some players, in federal, just like there's some other law enforcement officers that are straight. I won't say attorneys because I have a hard time with that. There's somebody there. Okay, and so how they get around that is Tara D. Moorhead, the federal prosecutor in our case, she would send out a contract to the attorneys to get them to sign. And I have a copy of this, and I'm gonna have to show you. I got a copy of the contract. She would send out a contract for attorneys to sign, agreeing to not show the discovery to the defendant. Now, you have a right to see all your shit. Are you kidding me? No? Okay, so this is how she got past the honester ones. Okay, if they didn't agree not to do that, then they just give it back to her. And that would move, because everybody's on a list. They have to go down the list as part of how that shit is set up. They'll move it down the list to the few players that run the show for them. Check your shit. My girlfriend told her she knows I know exactly what we're talking about. So now you have an attorney that needs to kiss the prosecutor's ass, or the prosecutor's going to not cooperate with them for all of the cases that they got stacked up to get that cha-ching-chang. That's how that works. Yep. Maggie 13, welcome to the show. It's nice we got some new people over here. Oh, thank you, Carrie. She sent me a super sticker. She's my superhero. They gave her 97 months and put her through the ringer, and she never once kissed her ass. So that really opened up the door for what we're doing, because people check, go check. Never been convicted, and I never took no deal. Now, she was convicted because her attorney threw her ass under the bus, but she's not in their system as she's a U.S. citizen of the Republic state she was born in, because she has, completed the process to get diplomatic immunity. And people look at that and I do, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, this is the easy. I've been doing this for a long time. My coach is Denny Harden. He's a private banker. I met him while I was going through shit, and then I met some other people too. And I'll tell you right now, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this. I'm lazy as hell, okay? I ain't trying to have to do more work than I have to, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes. This is the easiest way to get the government out of your face. Instead of filling all them paperwork and getting the numbers and doing all that other stuff, fill out your passport in a manner that shows that you're not a U.S. citizen. Your parents are not a U.S. citizen. You don't work in the U.S. There's two U.S. citizens. There's the U.S. citizen, the federal government, your corporation, your strawman person or whatever. That's the one they drag into court. But then they switch that shit over. And then there's a U.S. citizen of a republic state that you were born in. So that's when you complete this process, then you're put over there in that citizen, and they can't find you over here. So unless you damage property or injure somebody, okay, they don't have judicial authority to say shit to you for anything, pretty much. And it's pretty damn sweet. Yeah, the first time I got pulled over, my girlfriend sitting over there, and I gave him stuff. I started recording, and they had to turn the recorder off because she started freaking out. I'm like, no, dude. The cop comes back and says, Mr. Davis, do you have any more? I was like, no, dude, that's all. This was still recording. That's all that I'm giving you. And then And then she's like, oh, sister, okay, this. I'm not giving, they can arrest me if they want to, okay? That's all I'm giving him. I'm not giving him any more. And then she started laughing. She said, okay, do your thing. I'm like, sweetie, we're only like a couple of blocks from the house. So we was like, 5 blocks from the house, just like right down from a neighborhood, and they want to harass the black man, okay? And so that didn't work out for them. They had to let me go and leave me alone. So I, so what you do, Maggie, is you fill out your passport application, and the diplomatic immunity document that I provide, and you can get this on the Copper Moonshine. Okay, that's where this you can get on Copper Moonshine. The back part of it, the front part of it was sent to me by Ken. This is pretty thick. Ken sent me the part. It actually shows you how to fill out the passport, all of the spaces on the passport application. So nobody can be a U.S. citizen because nobody can be a U.S. citizen because nobody can be born in a fake corporation. So there. Oh, I said it. And yeah, usually I don't use the word diplomatic immunity because, what the hell would I know about that, right? I mean, that sounds like, it's funny how it goes though, because people say the Supreme Court, they're like, oh, the judge had a black robe, oh. They're all screwing us over. Well, in the past. We're learning how to get this shit handled right now. And this is pretty cool. So I'm going to set up a webinar training for the people who invest in. We actually use the newspaper if they're trying to get around addressing your documents in federal court, in foreclosure court too. Because, they tried to get around being served, and we figured out how to, there's other ways to serve their ass if you do your homework. The diplomatic immunity is included in all the packages, so, it's included, I'm pretty sure it's included in all the packages. I think it is now, and I'm going to thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I need to get this thing packaged up so I can get it mailed out tomorrow, so this young man can get his stuff. And Amanda, I need you to. I emailed that stuff over to them today, so you can check and see. I don't know. You've seen how long it took them to put it up, and you can check and see if they file it and place it on the record like they did the other stuff. And we added the $200 million fire to the front of it again, so they can, because they're trying not to show that. So if they don't want to show that, they need to let this man out, and they need to figure out something that him and his family, him and his girl and his family are going to be happy with. So and so I got to be happy too, a little. Oh, thank you guys for the value of sharing your time, and I'm about to run out of gas. So this has been a long day trying to get all this stuff put together at the last minute, but we on top of some shit over here. And I appreciate everybody who came and shared. It's kind of nice to see people sharing the things that they're learning. Welcome, Alvin. We're just about ready to close up, man. But you can watch it from the top. You're welcome, Heather. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I don't know how they're, the next thing we're going to go in with our demand to dismiss, and we're also including the fraudulent concealment in that, and most of the stuff that we got in this. And, when they try to respond, you need to just chop the legs off because the attorneys on the state level can't respond to the stuff. And, these guys, I don't know how they're on federal, and I'm like, bring it. I can, there was a time when we were, oh my God, I'm saying, no, bring it. Because I can't wait to see how they're going to try to step aside to bring it. Because, I've done my homework. We've done our homework because I got to add my girlfriend in there, and then I got to add everybody else that's collectively, bugging me with their stuff. Sorry, that was the wrong word. Okay, so like I said, sometimes, and this is what I told my foster kid, that we was doing the divorce shit. Sometimes I feel like I should be paying y'all ass for having this much fun, and then getting to hear back when you guys get done crushing them, and when you start having fun. Okay, that's my guarantee. My guarantee is that you're gonna learn how to have fun in this shit. I don't care whatever. You're gonna learn how to have fun. That's my guarantee. I guarantee you that. If you don't, then something's gonna happen to you. I'm gonna have those people go. Oh, good night, girlfriend. Thank you for coming. She's had a long day. I tried to move this as early as I could so we could get her input because she went through this shit with me and ended up spending more time in there than I did. And, so you're welcome, Heather. Thank you for coming too. So, we're a team, and I never learned how to give up. So it's a good thing most of the time, but sometimes it's not a good thing until later or something. Okay, because if you don't ever give up, if you don't ever give up, there's always going to be a pain in the ass for somebody. What? All right, guys. Thank you, guys. I need to get over here and go do something. I need to get this stuff ready to get sent out to Richmond County Jail in Fargo, North Dakota. I think that's where I'm sending this stuff to. You guys want the zip code number? I remember from the last package a couple of weeks ago. Okay, I'm being freaky. I do remember. Okay, never mind. I won't let you. I gotta let you guys go. Good night, everybody. And good night, girlfriend. Get some rest. Oh, I don't. Nikki Boob, Nikki Bob. I didn't see her. Welcome. Hope I said hi to everybody. Oh, here's a new person here. She has evolved. Most people will be scared. Let's go. Oh, we roll without limitations. That's what that reminds me of. We roll without limitations. Okay, I'm not going to get started again. I need to go get some snack. I'm making myself hungry.